check this place out. This is up for foreclosure auction right now in Connecticut. I'm attending the auction. I'm going to show you how this process works, and we're going to continue to teach our subscribers how you can buy a house at maybe half price. Stick around. Let's check this place out. So my name's Kevin. I'm half of Two Guys Take on Real Estate. And if you've been watching our channel, you'll have learned a little bit about the foreclosure buying process. And today I'm going to show you one of the most important things. This is an amazing opportunity here because this property, when it comes to doing your most important, crucial step of due diligence, this property is going to give you a little bit more information than most of the auctions you've seen on our channel and that you'll end up going to. This is a nice, quiet little neighborhood here. Not a lot of traffic, all single families through here. Let's take a look. This house, because it's a foreclosure auction, these get sold as is. You don't get to do an inspection. You don't get to have a home inspector go check it out, get an appraisal. You don't get to do really anything with the house. And I'll tell you, stick around because most of the time when you come to these auctions, you're bidding on literally, what do I always call it? A mystery box. So you're bidding on a mystery box because you don't get to go in. Sometimes they have people there. You don't really know what the situation might be, if it's occupied, if it's damaged, if the roof leaks, if there's plumbing, if there's even a heating system that works. In this case here, this house is completely vacant and it's unlocked and open. And in fact, the attorney is already here setting up in the driveway for it. And we're gonna be able to go inside this foreclosure and look at what you'd be buying if you were here instead of me and bidding on this place. The cool thing about Connecticut auctions and the judicial states, the way they do these, we actually know what the bank's opening bid is going to be. So we know without even wasting our time before we come down here what the bank is going to be looking for as kind of like a reserve, like a minimum. So the bank is not going to let this thing go for $500 and lose all the money that they lent on it. What they'll end up doing is if nobody pays more than the bank's bid, the bank will become the owner, and then the bank can figure out how to fix up this property or probably just wholesale it later on. But we're gonna go inside and check this place out. But right now, as I'm walking around the outside, some of the things I'm noticing, right? We see some boarded up basement windows. It's not always a good sign, not always a bad sign, but we see all the windows in the house are all uniform. They're all updated windows. The roof looks to be in good shape. Chimney looks to be in good shape. We got a nice little back like patio deck here. That's not like super rotted out. Backyard's not too shabby, right? It's got fenced backyard all around it, even a gate to go over the ledge here. And I know you guys want to see the inside. Let's go check it out. All right, so this is what we're looking at right here on the inside of the house. Now you buy it with all the contents too, which means a whole lot of stuff to get rid of. But this is really, really good shape. It's nice cabinets, granite counters. Let's take a look at the garage area. So this was some kind of probably a detached garage. Maybe they made this, they added on and connected it. I'm not sure. A little breezeway thing. Very narrow garage. And let's go check out over here. We'll go to where the bedrooms are, bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom's nothing to write home about. It's pretty rough. Old vanity, kind of water beaten a little bit. Yeah, really lame tub and showers around and everything. So yeah, again, room for improvement, but it's all about doing your due diligence, coming up with the number that you're going to want to bid, figuring out what the house is going to be worth once it's all fixed up and on the market, what comparables that have been fixed up sell for in the area. I mean, a lot of this stuff is like reusable. I mean, I don't think you can really have a tag sale here to get rid of this, but some of the stuff is usable. So you're not going to necessarily have to pay to throw all of it away. Maybe you'll find something cool. What do you think? You guys see anything cool so far in the video? Aside from me, you know, hey, pretty obvious. I get it. What is that? Cool. All right, so small bedroom, but I mean the floors are great, the walls are in good shape. I mean the ceilings, everything's good. There's no signs of leaks. Yeah, we got a little hole in the wall here, but what were they using that for? Okay, so this is where they cultivated stuff, I'm guessing. So they were quite handy. And this was a full-time job, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. But again, so multiple rooms. All the rooms are in great shape. The floors are in great shape. Hardwood through most of it. Yep. Bathroom again needs updating for sure. Let's go check out the basement. All right. Now, I hope none of you guys, if you're interested in doing this, are scared of basements, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be spending a lot of time in basements, a lot more time than you thought, right? So let's hope there's no scary clowns down here. Let's go see what we got down in this basement. That's not a good sign. That's a lot of moisture. I mean, again, we are in New England. Having damp basements is absolutely normal. But, so, yeah, we got the water meter here. Disconnected. You see a winterized thing. So they eventually did winterize it. Who knows how long it might have sat before it was winterized. Looking good though. Maybe get a little bit more light for you. There we go. Yeah, looking good otherwise. Walls are painted up, dry locked probably. So here's your infrastructure stuff. You got your heating system. Looks like an oil heating system. Hot water tank. I mean, really nice equipment. Really great shape. Yeah, looking real good. And that's expensive stuff, right? So you want to make sure you're putting eyes on that. Your oil tank here, not seeing any leaks. No signs of leaks recently, anything along those lines. Again, looking great. They got a little dehumidifier. They put it up high so they could get it into this drain. That's smart. Helps keep the mildew and stuff to a minimum. And again, in the basement, that's how it goes. Same thing, you get your washer dryer here, hooked into their drain a little bit higher up. So this is what the basement's looking like. They clearly, got a lot of use out of it. It was a little handyman workshop and all that kind of stuff. So it gives you some pretty good idea that the basement was in good shape and very usable. So these are the kind of things you're looking at, right? Because all these things you're checking out, you're wanting to see how much money you really need to put into this house. And that's what you're keeping an eye on when you're down here looking at the expensive stuff. And then the upstairs, obviously you're looking at, what kind of fit and finish you have, what kind of cosmetic work you're going to need to put into the place as well. So we're looking like not a ton, obviously. We can go over numbers afterwards, but based on what we are going to come up with as a rehab estimate, we're going to take that away from the estimate of what we believe the property's all worth when it's all fixed up. And we'll come up with a bidding strategy for this place. Remember, we want to build in holding cost time, closing fees, all that fun stuff. Now, we've already registered to bid. So we are, big pile of trash. Looks like it didn't damage the floor though. So we already registered to bid. We're already ready to go. We're waiting on the auction to kick off in a little bit. And other bidders, of course, will show up and register as well. All right, so I'm going to take my information that I've seen, took some pictures as well. I'm going to send that to my team. We're going to run our numbers, come up with our bidding strategy, and we'll update you in just a sec. All right, just giving you guys a quick update. Lots of other bidders are starting to show up. Cars are rolling in. People are registering. That means more competition. That's how that kind of stuff goes. Didn't expect this to be easy. Not going to get every single one of these. So let's work on that. Just so you guys know, I live here. This is all my stuff. I'm squatting. So if you want me out, you got to pay. You got to pay big bucks to get me out.
Oh, this is your place?
Oh yeah, totally my place. Totally live here. So I'll take 5K, 20K, maybe something like that. We'll talk. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I mean, as good as you can be in a haunted house like this. I've heard there's a lot of evil spirits. It's pretty haunted in here. I don't know. I'd be worried.
I know you have a lot of.
I'd be worried about buying it if I were you guys. I don't know.
You have a lot
lot of tricks up your sleeve.
I do. The jokes don't stop. I use myself. This is kind of what I do. Can't believe how many people are registering to bid. You know, all things considered, with the being the nuclear power plant site that they had to decommission, and all the radioactivity and everything. Totally radioactive. Wouldn't buy it. All right, so it's not maybe in the book, but it is an important step, is to make sure discourage the potential buyers. Your competition. Sure, was it haunted? Who's to say, right? Was it really the site of a radioactive disaster from a power plant? Probably not, but hey, maybe they'll start looking into that and forget to look into the important stuff about the house. I don't know. Sorry, no. In all seriousness, it's just I just like having fun with people as well at the same time. But it is actually it is a tactic. Not those extremes; those are just me having fun and part of our channel. But it is a tactic to basically kind of help other people notice and point out things that would devalue the property, right? An asbestos coated or insulated heating system, knob and tube wiring, foundation issues. If you notice them, you want to make sure other people do as well, right? All's fair. All right, so we're back in the Rivian. We're hanging out for a few minutes here in the Rivian, waiting for the auction to start. We got about another 15 minutes before the auction kicks off. Looks like there's several registered bidders here. I went through, I chatted with them a little bit, had a little bit of fun, but one of them recognized me, which is great. So I love the fact that, people do know about this to an extent, but I'm telling you, if you had bought our book and you had read it and learned about this stuff, you'd probably be right here, meeting me, or going to an auction in your area. This house, the opening bank bid, is just about 50% of what the house would be worth if it's all fixed up. It doesn't need a ton of work. You could literally move in the way it is and kind of, fix it up little by little. It doesn't need a lot here. So this is an amazing way for one of our viewers, one of our readers to buy a house, have something they can move into. If you hate your landlord, you hate renting, you don't like the upstairs neighbors, the downstairs neighbors, the fact that you live in a huge city, everybody's packed in, and you want a way more affordable place, or to upgrade your lifestyle, your living situation, and keep your monthly expense the same, look into foreclosure auctions, because I'm telling you, the only people that show up to these here, it's just people like me that know this stuff and are probably going to just fix it up and then put it on the market, so that somebody like you who's actually thinking about buying their first home, or home to move into, is going to pay the full price for it. This is a great way for you guys to learn about this. It costs you $20 to buy a copy of our book, and it costs you nothing to follow. So I expect to see everybody subscribing. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting, it's getting close to lunch, and I'm getting a little hungry. I didn't eat breakfast. I made sure my bunny rabbit Mischief, she got herself a nice salad. I made herself a nice little salad for breakfast, but I didn't do anything for myself, so I'm hungry. Nobody's commented about road trip snacks. So when I go to Connecticut auctions, really when I go to any auctions, I need to know some snacks I should be keeping in the pickup truck with me here, so that I have something to eat. I love peanut butter, by the way, so if anybody wants to bake me a treat and send it to me, no, I can't do that. Internet people can be crazy. We're not eating stuff sent in by viewers. No offense. If you want to come over and bake me a snack, now we're talking. But I need some snack ideas. So hit me in the comments with some snacks suggestions. Something that involves peanut butter is going to be right at the top of my list. And I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes while my stomach growls, waiting for the auction to kick off and watching all these people do the same. So right now, I'm watching investors kind of confer with each other, make a few phone calls, that type of thing. And we've got about 15 minutes to go. Stay tuned. I can't wait. Let's see how this wraps up.
Opening bid is $173,700. Does anyone wish to bid? All right, so bidder number 7's bid is $180. Does anyone else wish to bid?
180 and 1 penny. I'm just kidding. Well, let's do 185.
185, and that's bidder number
2.
Okay.
205,000.
Let's go 213.
213, so that's bidder number
2. Probably good
The
idea.
current bid by bidder number 11 is $239,000. All right, so the current bid by bidder number 8 is $242,000.
I'm by myself, so I don't got no investors.
Are there
Yeah,
any other bids?
Huh?
Are there any other bids?
Yeah.
All right,
Go.
going once,
Hey, I'll call right back.
going twice. All right, sold to bidder number 8 for $242,000.
Well, I'm back in the pickup with my deposit check and going home empty-handed. And that's how it's going to go for a lot of these auctions. Remember, you want to make sure you're buying definitely a winning deal. So it's okay to say no and not get excited and engaged. And as you watched through some of that bidding, that's exactly what was happening. The investor next to me was like, "Oh boy, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose." And I couldn't believe he was saying that, because that's a perfect thing of what we talk about for you guys to hear. That I suggest not doing is bidding with emotion. Have a plan, stick to that plan. It means you're not going to win every auction, and that's quite okay. But the good thing is somebody bought it. They're very, very happy with it, and it didn't go to the bank. So this house is going to get fixed up. It's going to be put on the market, and it's going to be probably sold pretty quickly. I'm sure he'll still do all right with this deal, but it may not be a home run for him, but it'll keep him busy and turn him hopefully a small profit. And that's the name of the game. So if you've enjoyed watching this, if you learned about something in a world of foreclosures today, then do two things for me if you haven't done it already. Subscribe and make sure that notification bell is on. And then also consider taking a minute and buying a copy of our book, Foreclosures Unlocked. It's based on our experience of going to thousands of auctions, just like you saw here today, and buying hundreds of properties at amazing deals. And I want to share that with you and have a little fun doing it. So please, do yourself a favor and support our channel by buying a copy of Foreclosures Unlocked. We'll see you at the next auction.